Welcome to Pericles, guys. Okay, so today is 11/24/2025. Sorry. Um, I hate to break it to you guys. We got a problem. John is still missing. So it's come to my attention from my baby son, actually, Rupert. His first words, miraculously, were John was taken by aliens, Dad. I'm not sure what to really think of that, guys. I really hope he's okay. That's all I can say. Oh, what? What's going on? What? John!
They made me their queen.
You're. So Queen John Griffin, the second.
Queen John. That's, you know what? I'm not complaining. I tried to tell these, they're extraterrestrials. They're supposed to. It was, you're supposed to tell me that I was the king, but
that
you know
they
what?
Didn't understand. It's okay.
No, they refused to understand. It was. I got a castle. I got a castle.
It's 2025.
But
I ain't judging.
I got a castle. I'm happy.
Dude, yeah. Hey, I mean, what else could you ask for?
Yeah. You know what? And I appreciate it. Thank you. Yes. I agree. Like, these, you have to admit, these are snazzy.
They're snazzy. Swag around.
Yeah, they were fantastic. I got them at Walmart.
Nice. So that's how you went to Walmart, huh? Prayer?
No, I actually went to
Walmart. The aliens take you there? Okay.
Yeah, you know what? I needed a trip. They were very generous to take
me there. Hey, stop by this Walmart real quick.
Yeah.
Before you drop me off, stop at this Walmart quick. real quick.
Hey, Queen! Hey, Queen!
Want anything? I can grab you an energy drink. You want some?
Yeah. So I'm back, everybody. No need to worry. I know everybody was not worried because you saw me posting all over Facebook.
Yeah, I wasn't even worried, bro. Rupert told me. He told me it was up. And I
Rupert's the best, man. Rupert is the best.
Man, he's been talking more and more every day.
And you know what? This is fun because
let me know what's up.
So Katie here. We actually had a conversation about Walmart. She was going out. She doesn't like going to Walmart and such. And then here I am, literally going, yeah, I stopped at Walmart. And I'm probably sure there's a massive face palm going right there, going, yeah. Well, of course you just did that. Speaking of which, I just got back. I just teleported back through some portal. It was fantastic. I got to turn on the light here so people can see this ugly mug. I'll be right back.
Okay. Got a glowing headset to match and everything. They tricked them out over there.
This time I actually came back.
Yeah, they gave you the glowing headset and everything, man. It's all lit up on the side and stuff. They got you tricked out. They were like, they gave your queen, like, here,
it's really advanced.
For my queen. There you go.
Oh, for my queen, yes.
Yeah.
So
the shades and the headset, everything.
Everybody, it is that time. We're doing one day earlier. Thank you to Zach for starting everything off. Again, welcome to Pericles. We're excited to have you all here. And we got some exciting things for you tonight. As always, as we do the very beginning of this, we're going to do our first part, talking about the topic, asking some questions. But this is a very interactive show. As you know, we have the links that we're going to be posting. We already pinned the link to the top on YouTube to be able to come in, join the chat. At about 8:30, we're going to take callers. Again, approximately 10 to 15 minutes per caller. If you have a story for us, you want to chime in on the topic, or have a question for us, feel free to call on in. And next week, we will be back to Tuesdays at 8 p.m. This week was a little bit different.
Yeah.
Um,
Me and
speaking
Brooke
of,
are taking
oh
a
yeah,
trip. Yeah. We're going to New York City and stuff. Me and Brooke and Lori. I'm going to New York City and stuff for my with my family and everything. It'll be a real fun thing. It's gonna be really cool. I'm excited for that.
yeah,
We're going to see like
definitely.
that Macy's Day Parade down there and everything. I'm excited to take the kids to go do that and everything. Me and Brooke have always wanted to do that ever since being like kids and stuff. So it's like fulfilling like me and Brooke's like childhood dream. At the same time, the kids, I'm sure, will appreciate that. Even like right now, even and then when they're older too, because like it's a really cool thing. I imagine like when I was a kid and I was seeing TV and everything, I always want to go do that. So I know they'll have a great time. Honestly, Eli's been talking about it like all week. He's so excited. He's so excited. I was like, he's aware. Sylvia, she's like, she's kind of like she's still at the age where she's kind of like everywhere. But yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
thank you in the chat there too for wishing me good. That's Sylvie's bus driver.
I've been down to the city a couple times. I mean, I'll be honest. For me, I'm not a city person. I got to see what I got to see. My main stop that I had to make sure I stopped by was the Nintendo store.
Yeah, me and Brooke were there one time when Sylvia was born a few years back. But we didn't. Yeah, that wasn't for the parade or anything. though. That wasn't for that. That was for entirely different reason. We went
Oh
down
yeah,
there.
guys,
Yeah.
call me a nerd. Like I was geeking out when I walked in there. Like, oh yes, look at all the Mario and Pokemon plushies. Ah!
Nice.
And then I saw some sad things. I saw that there's like a small like museum type thing there where
Yeah.
they had systems that are considered old behind glasses, and I'm like, I was alive for all of these. I am
Damn.
like,
Yeah.
wow. Like you made me just feel ancient walking into this area.
Nintendo's has a pretty interesting history to it, though. They gone through a few like failed like things they did, like consoles and stuff like
Mhm.
that too. It's kind of interesting to see like the things that they went through over the years. Like some things some people never even heard of that they tried to do. Like they tried to do VR like super early too at one point, and it just
Yes.
completely flopped. Like completely flopped because it was just like the wrong time. I think it was just the wrong timing. They just didn't have the tech and like everything at the time too. I just feel like it wasn't the
The
right timing for
the
them.
the
If
only
they released something a VR headset nowadays, it probably actually do well, honestly. Like
yeah, the only systems I did not own personally was the Game and Watch, which I think was more of the first one, and I did not own that. It was Virtual Boy. That's what it was, Virtual Boy. I
oh,
didn't.
see, like I didn't even know they had a Game Watch. You just told me that. I didn't even know they had a Game Watch. I knew about the VR headset and stuff, and the other Game Boys and the other Virtual Boy and everything. But the was it called Virtual Boy? Or was that a different thing?
No, it's Virtual Boy.
Oh, that's what it is. Oh, maybe I
Yeah,
did hear about that. Then.
that was
Okay.
that was
Okay.
Nintendo's
Okay.
worst selling console ever.
Okay.
um,
Okay. I did hear a little bit about that then.
so no, I mean I stopped at Walmart. I saw the new Metroid Prime 4
Yeah.
demo, and I was like, "Don't get distracted. Don't get distracted." Yeah, I got to play
Yeah.
this.
All
Um,
right. Yeah. Let's get. Speaking of distracted, let's get back on topic. Or talk about video games, which we could talk about. Maybe
Oh
we
yeah,
should do
yeah.
something
Well,
about it
you
in the
know what?
future as
No,
well. That'd be fun.
that actually goes with our last topic because we talked about
Hey,
extraterrestrials.
okay.
Um,
Yeah.
so I mean, bounty hunters going through space and such.
Yeah.
But so the whole portal aspect of it, it's just oh, that's the other part before we continue. The next after the callers, we try to take about 3 to 4 callers. The next 45 minutes is the investigation portion of it. Again, you can call in during the investigation if you'd like to be a part of that. And in addition to that, we also have our Wildwood Spirits.
Yes. The spirits.
Dr. Henderson, Dr. Perry, nurses, Tommy, Anna. Um, we are happy to have you. How are you all doing tonight?
Quiet. I turned everything on.
I heard the spirit box. It's going. You guys ready for this next show? Ready for investigation? As soon as I say it, we get the female voice come over. We're looking forward to talking with you tonight, and we'll be interested if you could provide us some insight onto like portals
I
and
want,
dimensions and such.
yeah, I wonder how they feel about like the pantry and stuff, everything we put in there. I wonder how they feel about that in general. I haven't really like talked to them much about it, other than when we first did the other one.
Mhm.
I never really
So,
like mentioned that.
so for
Otherwise,
Zach, for people who don't know like what you're talking about right now, you guys just did an upgrade recently in regards to that.
yeah.
You want to talk a little bit about that real quick?
Yeah, so we got this new pantry out well to the side of the building there, and we had this other smaller one before. I know some of you may know about that. But now we have a bigger pantry there, and it's basically for any food items or anyone wants to donate in there, or you could take anything you like or need as well. Pretty much it's just our way of like, helping give back to the community, and a lot of people go around here in Salmenco, they definitely need that. Not everybody is well, food is definitely a big issue now, especially considering what happened with a lot of like the recent government benefits, all this stuff, everything happened. I know a lot of people are dependent on that and other reasons. So basically, anybody who needs that is able to essentially use that. It's huge. The new one we got is literally like 5 times bigger than the old one we had. And anyone who wants to donate into it, you can just throw it in there or like leave it to the side of it. I prefer that you don't like put donations on Wildwood's porch, unless it's like a lot. Just because I don't really want to block people's way getting on the porch if, like, say, if we're not around at the moment or something, or we're having some kind of event or history tour or something around of that nature. But yeah, basically, like I said, if anybody wants to get in on that and help out with the cause, please do. That's pretty much that, John.
Yeah, I mean, I saw the pictures of it. Go to the Wildwood Sanitarium Facebook page and check it out. This is just another reason why I love the Wildwood family is the charitable hearts, and we have experienced that over and over again. And it's just I saw the pantry thing and I love the idea. And now we see this huge pantry. There fully stocked, and I actually did see people before. I think it might have been the last time I was there.
Yeah.
People did stop by the pantry and did grab some uh, necessities that they needed out of there.
Oh,
Um,
yeah, it's super popular, man. A lot of people have been making use of it. That's one of the reasons why we wanted to upgrade it and make that happen, essentially, is because people make good use of it. So what actually ended up happening too, and I'll tell you like how we got it, so how we got this bigger one is because we actually got it from we had Amish actually make it for us, and so Brooks, my mother and father, they know a lot of Amish, and basically got a favor from one of them to help make that happen.
yeah, I mean, it's just awesome. What you guys have been doing. I know you guys have the Christmas thing that you do as well. Um, but I mean, this pantry thing I could definitely see has been a huge help. So I mean, and you know what? I thought more about it, and I don't know if this is something that you guys connect with or connected with, but with Wildwood Sanitarium, I mean, we've always said that it's a place of healing. That's always how it's been, and I almost feel like this pantry thing is almost the continuation, just another variation of Wildwood being a part of healing a community that's hurting.
Yeah, you could definitely see it like that for sure. Oh yeah, it really is. It essentially is healing the community. There's a whole bunch of other pantries here in town, but another one doesn't hurt at all. I mean, I like how we were just talking about. A whole bunch of people have been making use of it. It's doing great. It's doing really good, and it also, it gets people even coming to do history tours at Wildwood itself, or stay overnight here. We've had people even say that they found us from the pantry that we were doing, and then they came in, did history tour here, and then that helps the building simultaneously, and the spirits here, help us fix up this place even more, and whatever we need done here. So it's a win-win. Really, it's a win all around for everybody. It's a win for the building itself, Wildwood here, and then it's a win for the people who need the food or whatever items in there. It works out greatly.
Yeah, and you know what? I brought this up. I know you could see it too, Zach. The what about clothing? Lost a lot of weight. Some new gently used clothing. Um,
So
what are your thoughts on that?
Me, Lori, and Brooke obviously talked about it. Clothing is something we're not trying to accept right now, just because of the fact that um, it's just a lot to deal with right now. So okay, so first, so we have three kids, and then like this me and Brooke and everything. We have a lot of laundry, man, and like I don't want to have to wash more stuff and then get it mixed in with my stuff. It just like adding another thing to our plate right now that just I don't like it. Don't get me wrong. Like I would love to do that. I would love to do that. It's just it gets messy. It's gonna get messy, and I honestly, it's just like another thing to add to my plate right now. And like me, Brooke, and Lori, like we're already so very busy and I just don't want to make that messed up for anybody. Like I don't want it to come out badly. You know what I'm saying? Like I would love to execute something like that. I just don't want it to come out in a bad way. I don't want someone to be like, oh, like I went to the pantry and I got clothes, but they were like all like dirty and everything because I couldn't get over there and wash them in time and realize that that donation was there. I know not everybody would leave something dirty like that, but even weather could do something to it as well. And it's just I like
Yeah,
I said, I would love to. It would be hard to manage that
yeah.
with everything else.
It's something that I feel you would really have to plan on. I mean, like that would be probably maybe
Yeah.
a down the road type thing. It's a good
Well,
thought. You know, I mean,
yeah.
we
Well,
appreciate.
even the pantry we have now, too, the wooden one, it doesn't really like work that well for that too, because it's just some shelves on it. It's not necessarily like we would have to have somewhere separate to like hang stuff up as well. You know, like on hangers and everything. If we were to do that. That's
Yeah.
just it too. And it being like outside the way it is, it's not like it doesn't have like a shadow over or anything. It just you just open it up and like put stuff in just the shelves. Like there's a bunch of different reasons. Like I said, I would love to do it. Just like it just doesn't seem like a viable thing for us to do right now. But yeah, any other items for the most part though, you guys can put it in there. Pretty much anything other than clothing can really go in there. It like as long as obviously like frozen goods and stuff you don't want to put in there, but pretty much anything else you can throw in there.
Yeah, like I said, it's a and a lot of great ideas. I mean, it's evolving. I mean, before you guys didn't have a pantry. Now, you had a pantry, then you upgraded, and now the pantry's even larger. So it's an ever evolving thing. Now, speaking of which, it's actually I'm glad this was we ended up spiraling into this conversation, so to speak, because that kind of leads into something else that I want to briefly talk about before we go into the topic. I know we've been kind of all over the place with this one, but you know what? That's kind of makes the best shows on the honestly. Um, this week is I'll say it's more of a difficult week, and to those who have been seeing me on Facebook and stuff that's been going on or talking to me behind the scenes, I just want to say thank you to everybody who's been reaching out. And even if I don't get back to you or I'm very quiet, I appreciate it. This week is my brother Jeremy's birthday. His birthday is the day after Thanksgiving. And sometimes his birthday lands literally on Thanksgiving, so we get a double whammy. And we sometimes celebrated his birthday on Thanksgiving, even when it wasn't on Thanksgiving. This Friday, which is November 28th, that is his birthday. I have traditions I typically do, but I am going to be doing a special broadcast here on the Paraclue channel. And I'm going to be not only doing a dedication to him, wishing him a happy birthday, and just a remembrance for him about the things that he's done, the things that we did together, but also, I mean, it's kind of celebrating because at birthdays, it's all about celebrating life, and I want to continue to celebrate his. And even in spirit, he's doing a lot. In addition to that, there's a project I've been working on. It's the expansion of this whole Paraclue thing. And for anybody who knows me, I tend to not name things or give their exact names until later. Usually it's called Project something, fill in the blank. This one, so like for instance, Paraclue, nobody really knew what the project was called. It was actually called Project Discover. And then we turned it into Paraclue. So finding clues, discovering, um,
Yeah.
you know, this one, the expansion of Paraclue is called Project Healing, or Project Heal, excuse me, or Project Healing. And I'm going to discuss that on Friday. Um, it's not going to be a 2-hour show, but I am going to go live at 8 p.m. And so there's definitely going to be some incredible things that are going to be talked about during that, about the expansion of Paraclue and where we're going. On top of that, another thing just to bring up real quick, that $250 deal for 2 nights Wildwood Sanitarium, only a few days left. It expires at the end of the 26th of this month. So contact me if you're interested. Um, we have a bunch of people who have already taken it, and uh, already, I know Zach and Brooke have not talked about it yet, and I'm not going to say anything until they speak. But the Paraclue, this whole Paraclue thing, has already benefited in the rest, even parts of the restoration of Wildwood Sanitarium. So, thank you to everybody who has been helping.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you guys for sure.
Um,
We've definitely done some things already, and I'm going to be posting about them later about what we've done with some of the money and everything that has been going towards Paraclue and some of the bookings here, because we've actually already made some progress. But me and Brooke, we talked about it. We want to post about it later when we actually get these things more in place and finished.
Yeah, and on top of that, I'm going to have a video that comes out as well that's going to outline and do a summary of different things that are going on, because we have things that are going on for Paraclue. We've got things that are going on for the membership or the Paraclue club memberships, and then on top of that, the restoration of different aspects of Wildwood Sanitarium. So we're very grateful for everybody who has been participating. We're going to show you what the results are, where we're heading with it, so that you can see what you're essentially contributing to. So with that said, 823, let's go to portals. Just for, you know, uh, kind of a short time. There was something that, this is just something I thought about. I thought about the people that were disappearing through extraterrestrial abductions and such, and I thought about these objects that disappear as well, and then just randomly reappear. Um, but there was one thing that, and I don't remember what show I saw it on, or if it was a YouTube video, but there was something that it just reminded me of these people that went into a natural place. They went into it was nature, right?
Yeah.
Um and literally, there's these stories where they went into this one area, and then they vanished. And the kicker is they showed up somewhere else. Like their friends would go around the corner, person's gone, and then somehow they're way somewhere else. They didn't see any UFO activity. They didn't see anything like that. And then when they talked to the person, this is multiple reports. I know there's one. I don't even remember what place it is, but if they went to this one place, it was in like a forest or woods or something like that. They would disappear, appear somewhere else, and they have no recollection of what happened in between. They just know they were here and now they're here. And it wasn't they woke up. They said they were conscious the entire time. They were standing. They walked, and then it's like they walked somewhere else. They were, and I'm just kind of like, how does this work? And you know what? I want to bring this up. This is it kind of goes with this. It kind of doesn't. There was a comment that somebody left, and I want to find that comment real quick. I really loved what this person said. If I can find this one. So this one person, I feel like I'll butcher their YouTube name. So I asked them about from one of the videos. They said Todd Standing once made a very good point. Because we were talking about, remember, there was one point where we were talking about like Bigfoot and the how they move, or how they're moving quickly. We can't see them. So Todd Standing once made a very good point. Humans decided to pursue technology to advance. Bigfoot relied entirely on nature. They are the experts in the natural world.
Hmm.
That was a very interesting comment, and I like. What are your thoughts on that, Zach? Like, it put me into deep thought. What are your thoughts?
Can you repeat it one more time? Sorry,
So it
that's the
was.
last part.
Oh, no, it's fine.
My
So
memory's also
so basically, your humans pursue technology. That was the main focus. So we decided to pursue technology. Bigfoot decided to pursue nature, and so basically how he's able to do these things, disappear, or all, vanish,
right.
all that type of stuff, is natural as opposed to technology, is what this person's saying. Is that he was utilizing nature as opposed to us who's using technology.
Yeah, so I'm more attuned with nature,
Yes.
essentially. Like, I mean, you could definitely argue that, like that he is basically spiritually advanced being, essentially more attached to nature, maybe like, and that's it. Definitely could be something with Bigfoot. That definitely could be. Some people even said that, like, even it's just like humans that just they decided, just fully disconnect from our society, just kind of go even live on their own. But then, Bigfoot has also been called like a cryptid at the same time.
Hmm.
It could probably be a mix. Sometimes, some people they'll go live off a grid. You hear that happen time to time. People they'll go live off grid. They don't want to be around society and technology anymore for whatever reason else. And um, maybe some of those people, they decide to live all naturally, and some people think they're Bigfoots, at times. I'm sure it's happened before. And then there's other times where it is Bigfoot as in being like a cryptid or a different kind of being separate from a human, or maybe it is some type of just humanoid mix, even maybe a mix of like our type of human, and then also like a cryptid and one. Like I don't know. There's so many different theories when it comes to that. I feel like, but yeah,
Yeah.
it's spiritually, it definitely. I believe Bigfoot personally is definitely more connected to nature, and probably like how I just said, like a mix of like how our type of human is, but then maybe something more at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, because it would just make sense to me, because the way they're able to be elusive towards
Hmm.
us and be aware of us, but then also being able to live out in nature on their own. It's just different, because obviously, like with us, it's harder for, like, say if we were to go live in nature, even if we had skills to live out there, it would be harder to survive in a smaller pack without being noticed, like
Yeah.
often, like, because like how do you do that without, I know there's people out there that probably do, but it's definitely difficult to especially not get noticed in some type of way. I
Yeah.
feel
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
because like at some point I feel like a lot of people, they would, even if they're living off grid, that, there has to be a point where, they go and seek medical attention somewhere else, unless they're able to have some kind of remedies themselves, or they just end up passing away. Like, there has to be different things they chase. That is what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. There's a lot of different things. It's just like what my thought process is going towards is that it has to be like a mix, almost. That's what
Yeah.
I think. Almost like, or it could just be, but that's my personal opinion. Like, I haven't even gone Bigfoot hunting ever. I've never done that. I want to go do that. I haven't done that, but I've looked up a lot of research about Bigfoots and all that, and I've also, like, just heard a lot of things from a lot of various different people in the paranormal community, watched all kinds of shows, whatever, and that's all the information I kind of got, and those are my personal thoughts on it.
Yeah, and you also brought up something else too before, because I want to show a site that I was looking at, but before I
Yeah.
do that, you had some pictures that you had sent in here.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay. Yeah. So what that is that's my father-in-law Dale right there, and so in 2020, this was actually posted to your Facebook. This picture, a bunch of them, those
yeah,
pictures I sent you were all posted to yours actually in 2020, and Lori actually shared it, and that's where I got it from. Um, and I was around during this time too. I actually remember this. But so what's going on here is so there was a room we have a room. It's called, as you guys may know, it's like the employee room we have over here. It's next to the bathroom if you've been here before. So behind that, there was like a little space in there, and it was in between the bathroom as well. It was like this tiny little crawl space. It wasn't that much room in there, but there was still a good amount of room in there. So we found some mirrors in there, and also like a Native American coin purse and various other different items. If you want to show those too, John,
yeah.
ship through those pictures. Yeah, but it's pretty interesting stuff because from what I understand, some of the mirrors are like facing each other too, and like a lot of people will say, mirrors are portals almost. Like you can make portals out of mirrors, right? I just thought that was pretty interesting. So there you got a hand mirror. They got just pretty cool. It's like old hand mirror. And then there was a few other mirrors from what I understand too, other than that one that was on the ground there too,
Yeah.
which is interesting stuff. It so someone put that stuff in there intentionally
Hmm.
to make that happen, right?
Yeah.
So the mirrors thing, it's almost like they knew that whole concept too
Hmm.
with the portals, right? So they put that in there because what are the reason? What are the reason for the regular mirrors? Why would you do that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I just don't understand. It's just where it was too. It's just strange. It's a
Hmm.
really odd thing. Like, what do you think?
I mean, it is kind of odd that that stuff was in there. I don't understand. Like, I would want to know more of the construction of of Wildwood. Like, was these additional rooms? Did they put up any new walls or anything like that? What would cause things to end up behind that area? Because yeah, there was a whole you guys when you guys took the hammer and such and started tearing that away, and then we're looking behind there and seeing there's all these different objects, mirrors sitting up and all that. It was very weird, and it's too bad because we went live with it. We were live on Facebook with it, but Facebook has deleted lives that were so many uh, uh you know well out for a while, so we don't have those anymore.
Yeah,
um but yeah, no, definitely interesting. Now, I wanted to before we bring up, there was actually another comment here that I found interesting. What if there's a way to combine the natural resonant of aspect of crystals combined with the natural ley lines that can be harnessed through other elements that follow portals to, or
interesting.
that allow portals to open and teleportation? Boy, I butchered that one.
Right.
Oh my goodness.
that's that's interesting.
That's an interesting
Harness.
concept. So I do have a website
But
here that I brought up, um, and I found a bunch of these, but these ones there's and I don't know. I haven't had time to actually look into every single one of these, but know it was just making me think more about different places like this one, the vanishing of Owen Parfit, 1760. This is from growmylifestyle.com. Uh, so, in a sleepy English town, um, Owen pulled off the impossible. The guy couldn't even walk without help, but one afternoon he straight up vanished from his chair while his sister was inside. No footprints, no witnesses, just his coat left behind, like a creepy souvenir.
hmm,
Um, Mysterious case of Brian Schaefer in 2006. Um, Ohio State med student walks into the walks into the bar, and I was gonna say it sounds like a bad joke, and then literally it says there's a bad joke. Um, uh, he never walked out. Didn't pass security cameras. Apparently, no, there was only footage of him entering, and then nothing after that. No signs or anything. 17 years later, this Columbus cold case still drives investigators nuts. Disappearance. I mean, like, there's all these vanishing cases here,
Right.
and um, you know, some of them have a bit of an unusual paranormal feel to them. They just um, I don't know.
It He's a Black Mirror scribe.
Yeah, that's interesting.
That's it. That's interesting. You know, honestly, I was thinking about it one time. It's kind of weird. If you look at our phones, even they're almost they can honestly be even considered Black Mirrors
I mean,
when they're off.
yeah, they could be actually.
You ever think about that? You ever look at like a tablet or a phone and everything? Like just the way like they're designed, even like when they're off, like you can even consider it Black Mirror. Like like the way you look at,
Yeah.
like I mean,
Yeah.
am I wrong?
I
mean,
no,
like,
you know what?
it's like it's like I
I
was thinking about that. And I was just like, this crazy. Like I've talked about it with a few people too. I thought it was like very interesting.
I don't know.
And it's like,
I don't know. I mean, like in general, when I'm thinking about all these disappearances and reappearances, such like that, and then the lack of UFO activity going on with there, then you got that comment about nature and such. We don't really know. Well, we don't really know everything about nature. Like we're just
yeah,
understanding more about like black holes. Before we didn't even know about we there was only the equations that indicated there were black holes, but
oh for sure,
you
yeah.
know,
There's a lot of mysteries of the world for sure. Like it's like how we even talked about a little bit, even like me and you in like the group chat about like our oceans. It's like our oceans, even like how like we don't know a lot about our own oceans on our planet.
yeah.
It's like a lot of the water on our planet is unexplored almost. Like it's definitely interesting. And even like when it comes to how you're saying like disappearances and portals and everything, who are we to say that there isn't things like that underwater? Any kind of portals or anything like that. Or there's been theories even like mini black holes even underwater at times. Like in some of the deepest parts of our ocean. How do we know there isn't?
Well,
Like how do we know there isn't something similar to that? I should say.
I mean,
how do we know there isn't something similar? Like I mean, we could read energy measurements, right? Send our equipment down there, send whatever down there. But how do we know for certain on certain like depths that there isn't something similar?
Well, and
like,
and there's
like,
ancient texts. Ancient text even has like all through like even religious texts. It doesn't say, oh well, a portal opened, but there's these things where it talks about portals. There's the near death experiences that talks about portals. Then we have these people that are just disappearing, and supposedly like people have said that there's some unusual portal or something like that, because how do I go from here to here?
Right.
I've never been a fan of portals. I'll be honest. Like when it comes down to, oh, there's a portal in this room, portal in that room. I'll be honest. I internally roll my eyes. Because any of the pictures, videos, anything that I've seen where it's like, well, there's a portal or this is a portal. It's like, scientifically explain that to me. How do you know it's a portal? What measurements did you take? How did you come to that conclusion?
The portal thing, I definitely understand where you're coming from.
Yeah, I can't say for a fact though that portals don't exist, and at the same time, I can't say that I've seen any proof that portals exist. Now I know there are scientists who say that portals exist, but there are other scientists who say they don't exist. So even a scientist can't even agree.
There's I watched. I would have to find it later. I wish I would have pulled this up. I wish I would have found this video. There was this guy, and it was like super interesting. I mean, maybe I could probably even look up and find it. But there's this guy. He basically claimed to make his own portal. Like he used different frequencies, and he actually was able to open up a portal. I don't know if this video was real or not. And some people might know like what I'm talking about, what video I'm talking about exactly.
Well, wait a minute. Did they actually show? Like, did he show himself?
Yeah, no, he actually showed like this portal opening from these frequencies and like the sounds and stuff, everything, and it actually opened, and it was very small. but you could literally see it going to somewhere else. And like I don't know how legit the video was. I mean, a lot of things like how I've talked about before, even it's so easy to fake things online, especially when it comes to videos and everything. Especially with AI nowadays and stuff, it's so easy to fake stuff. And things like that, especially, it's hard to believe for certain. But I just thought I'd talk about that because I just thought it was interesting the way he claimed to use frequencies to do this. Like the way I was watching, like he was using different frequencies and noise essentially to make this happen. It was
Well,
a
see
lot of
that sounds
like,
believable. That
yeah,
sounds that sounds like when you talk more about that, that's the stuff I'm looking for is like how are you doing this because you're talking about portals. Well, how do they work? How do you know it's a portal? Because it's like you get the pictures or videos showing this alleged portal. Okay, put a camera through it or something. Show me it's a portal. Like, what's on the other side? Is this really a portal or is this just an anomaly? Wow, I think I butchered that word too.
hey, hey, I'm gonna show you. Like, hey, I
Hey.
think I found what I'm talking about here actually. So I'm gonna send you this quick.
Oh, okay, perfect.
I think
Um,
I'm gonna put it in
Group chat
yeah,
or
group chat. Group chat.
okay.
Yeah, I just sent it to
Um,
you. This is it actually. This is the video I'm talking about. And it's
okay.
4 years old and I watched it 4 years ago and this was obviously before like AI got really crazy for us, at least the public though, right? This
Yeah,
is before like AI videos became very popular. 4 years ago would be before that. Like because that stuff really like started just recently getting very good. In
yeah,
the past like two-ish years, right? three
yeah.
years, 2 3 years. So from what I
Um,
understand, at least, unless I was behind, and that's like the past like 2 3 years is when like AI has really started to take off on different kinds of levels. Like when it comes to videos, at least, it's
mhm,
gotten a lot. I know it was possible years and years ago. Like
yeah,
it was possible 4 years ago, but I know
yeah.
that it wasn't as advanced as it is now. Like
So
it's been around. AI videos have been around for time, but they were really crappy. I remember from like years and years ago. So I
yeah,
don't think the way if you watch the quality of this, what John's going to show you here, like it's not. It doesn't look like AI. It really doesn't. Like it looks very believable. That's the cool thing about it.
so but
It's pro
before I
different than
play.
time slips. Oh, okay. I was reading the comment. Go ahead.
Before I play the video, and then yeah, I want to look at the comment that was brought up here. Um, uh, it's 8:42 right now, so I know we're a little bit behind on this, but the links are available right now if you want to call in. We'd love to hear your opinion. What are your thoughts on this? Call in, talk to us, chime in on the topic again, or if you want to tell us, a paranormal story of your own, maybe a portal story too, or if you have any questions for us as well. Again, we're trying to take callers about 10 to 15 minutes each. Then we'll go into the investigation segment of as well. But let me go ahead and bring up this video that Zach was talking about. I see it's 3 minutes long, so we'll skip through it.
Yeah, you can skip. Yeah, like he talks for a little bit from what I remember, and then yeah,
Yeah.
like skip through and you'll kind of see what I'm talking about, and you'll see it's about halfway
Speaking of
through. I think. Go
speaking of
ahead.
which, too, the comments, the link is in the comment section to join in. If you would like to call in, let's take a look here. Let me bring this. Let me just bring this up here. Hello. Oh, there we go. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, not exactly what I was looking for, but bring up screen share here. Okay. So let's take a look at this. Um,
So I don't know, like going into this, I don't know if this video's ever been debunked and or whatnot or anything like that.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
just thought of this because I seen it years ago, and I thought it was very interesting and show
Let's.
people about it and talk about it, and like because we were
Yes.
talking about portals, and that was like that one of the first things that came to my mind is like because I definitely like research this stuff all the time. I look into like videos. I try to find like all kinds of weird videos online. I'm always into all of this kind of stuff. So
Yeah. Let's take a look at it. See what we got
yeah.
here. So I see this guy's computer.
So you can kind of hear what I'm talking about, like the noise. So you
Yeah.
send different frequencies. He apparently had like this.
Here, I also have another tone generator set to 525, and I'm about to show you what will happen with that. Things happen much quicker when you're using pure tones rather than the other stuff I was using on YouTube, which had like sounds mixed in with it. There we go. 528.
I somehow think I've seen this video. Something appears above it, right?
Yeah. So he
Okay.
had tone
And
generators
already you can see.
that
Right,
he
so
was using, but
I'm gonna fast forward a bit here.
it it slowly,
Okay.
basically builds over
Because it was
time
quick
All right, let
of him
me.
doing this. He uses different
fluctuation
frequencies.
there.
He basically mixes a few different frequencies together to
Okay.
make this happen. That's what he's doing.
Here we go.
It's really interesting is the camera distortion that happens right as that's happening.
Yeah.
You notice that, which like even adds to it even more because it's like, why was the camera distorted? It was almost like it was trying to focus on that, right? So like, yeah, I mean, yeah, you could edit that in there, right? But I just thought it was super interesting.
Yeah, I have actually seen this
don't know
video
where-
before.
Gate, portal, wormhole.
I don't know.
I know it's like, like you could be like, okay, that could easily be faked, which
Yeah.
you could edit that in there. You could really, but
See, my
it makes
question.
you think at the same time. It makes you think at the same time.
Yeah,
It's
well,
just
I mean,
like,
my
when it comes to
my
frequencies and everything, frequencies can do some amazing things.
yeah,
Like,
my question to that though is well, he did this it looks incredible. Uh, why? First off, I mean the video's online clearly. I don't know if this person ever disappeared, but why have we not? If he managed to do that, why is this not common? Why are we not all doing this? Because what I'm seeing looks relatively simple. That's my thought on it.
right. Well, like apparently he was using these different tone generators as you've seen, and like he's like mixing frequencies.
Yeah,
Apparently, yeah. But you like how you said, if it's so simple, then why are more people doing this, right?
yeah.
Like why is it not common knowledge? Why do people not know about this? So if you think about it though, if you think about it like this, if it was common knowledge, the gas industry would be out of business. A whole bunch of different industries would be out of business. There's a lot of very powerful people that would want to cover something like that up, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Travel, like gas, when they get like gas and oil, all that gas, oil, all that, one of the biggest industries in the world, biggest money makers in the world, dude. They would definitely go after someone that of like the common people that knew how to do something like that. They would not want them to like spread that everywhere because if people were using found a way to portal around the world, dude, it would mess a lot of things up.
Or
It
even
really would.
or even go into a alternate dimension, uh, a different timeline.
Yeah.
I mean, heck, if especially I could find out, go into a different timeline and such, and go, oh, I want to go find myself in this timeline. Do I exist in this timeline? I find myself, and here
Yeah.
I am living in a mansion, or I've discovered the meaning of life or something like that. I'm going to sit there and go,
Yeah.
so tell me step by step how you did this. Okay, great.
Yeah.
I'm going to hop back over now, and I'm going to do this now.
Yeah, so I don't know what happened to this man, or like if anything happened to him. I never really looked into it. Like I said, I never tried to debunk this video or anything. I just seen it at one point, and I thought it was really interesting to talk about because we were talking about portals. It's but like how you're saying though, like it's like if you could like use this portal to find like your alternate self or any of these different things, or be able to teleport around the planet. There's a lot of people, like I said, there's a lot of powerful people that would not want that to happen, not want people to know that. But then there maybe even extraterrestrials, how we're talking about aliens and stuff like that. Maybe they wouldn't want people to know how to do that.
Yeah.
So that'd be another reason for them to do that. So like, because obviously we talked about UFOs and how they're around, they're watching, they're here. We've seen them. Other people have. It's common knowledge. Actually, it's on the CIA website even.
Yes.
And like, So what's even more interesting about that is I'm going to talk about the CIA website I was talking about. So they have, I even said on their website that like ESPs are like psychic abilities. They actually talked about even, and you can find a form on there that they released that it talks about how they actually use remote viewing even at one point,
Mhm.
um, basically to spy on other countries. to know what they're doing. Like they practice this, train people with it, even because they realize this is real. And they talked about energy and frequencies, even and how powerful frequencies are. There's a whole article about that, how powerful frequencies are, and how they can alter body emotions and feelings and all sorts of different things and frequencies and like basically how to weaponize frequency, even like things like that. It's actually crazy. You can look at like I'm just saying, if you go on their website, there's so many declassified documents you can look at now, and
But
it's all common knowledge now. It's crazy. Like they've almost gotten to a point where it's like they just don't even care. They just kind of like, and it's almost freaky at the same time because like you think it's scary even because and this kind of recently happened. Like you could look at these documents before, but there's been so many recently declassified that it's kind of concerning almost. And they're ones that are like very powerful tools even, and it almost like tells you like why are they letting people know this common knowledge now, when as
yeah,
compared to when they didn't used to do that.
yeah.
It's honestly a little frightening. You think about it because like, what's their bigger play at that?
Well,
Because like they want to
I want to throw something out there because you said something that caught my attention.
information's power. Is what I'm saying. Like, so
Well,
why aren't they gatekeeping anymore? Is what
yeah.
I'm
Well,
saying.
here's my thought on what you said is that they release so much information. That's a good point. Um, they release all this information now. My curiosity would be, um, how much farther have they gotten since then? Because, like, I'm thinking from my mindset. My mindset is um, I like to think years out. So I'm doing all this planning and such. I have ideas of what's going to happen. And you've seen it yourself, Zach, where it's like I have phases. We're going to be going here. This is where we're going to be. This is what we're going to do next. This is our next step. And this is the direction we're going to take. I already know where we're going to go. And by the time we've released things, people are like, wow, we show stuff like Project Apparition Hall. The stuff that we're showing with Project Apparition Hall, we showed bare basic stuff. We were showing here, we're here.
Yeah.
So when I think of the CIA and okay, like what you're saying, information released,
Mm-hmm.
is this what they're releasing? Meanwhile, they're here.
Well, exactly. It's like they obviously have some things they don't want people to know, right? I
Yeah, yeah,
mean,
yeah,
they have to, right? I mean, like, well, you can go through you can go through some of these documents, and some of the stuff is blacked out, and like it'll be like a lot of things that you'll kind of connect the dots where it's like addresses and certain names and stuff like that.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
They do black out a lot of that if you look through them, but it's still the same thing. It's like they're still releasing this information though, and like it's like how you're talking about like what else, like what kind of level have they reached to like want to actually do that? Because they definitely had to have gone somewhere else for sure. Because like they wouldn't just want to give that information out for free to people because. I don't know, unless they were at some kind of point, like how you said, they had to gotten to some kind of point where they felt like um, everything was secure enough, essentially, with the
Yeah.
information they had to be able to do that.
So, before we go any further, again, I've posted the link in the comments section. If anybody would like to call in, chime in on the topic, paranormal story, or ask us a question, link is in the comment section. It's also pinned at the top for YouTube. At this point, it's 8:54, so we may only take one caller at this point before the investigation portion of it. But before we go any further, it's meme time. We have 3 memes we need to show today. And Zach, as always, is a victim, big time, victim, big time. So here's meme number 1 again. Olivia, we love you. Thank you for this. This is just amazing. Baby Rupert has matured quite a bit.
It's adorable.
I love it.
Yeah, I love it.
I love it. That Olivia,
Yeah,
it's a great news. Well, and then it was funny because Olivia sent me another meme, and she literally goes, "Sorry, not sorry." And at first, I'm like, "Wait, what's going on here?" She sent me another variation of it. So Rupert's face, you've been replaced with Rupert's face, and so Rupert's now carrying you. You're the baby. You're the baby.
He's so cute. That kid's so cute, man.
I know. Look at the little beard on him and everything.
Yeah, he's got that beard. Oh, he's all grown up, man.
He's all grown up. You're grown backwards. No,
yeah,
that doesn't make sense. You're shrinking backwards or something like that.
That's why you're backwards. Imagine going back to a baby with the things you know now.
Only, yeah, definitely.
If only, man, to restart life with the things you already know now.
Tom, oh, he got your eyes. I love you, Tom. Yes. You're awesome. Actually, I think there is another meme I have, and I believe it's actually from Tom too. Okay. I'm gonna save that one before the investigation.
All right.
But
have you ever experienced? I'm gonna ask you something. Have you ever experienced anything in your life that you feel like was a portal or related to a portal? Like as you're paranormal investigating, I should say. Actually, how about that? Because obviously, like that's the only way to really relate it, I imagine. Like, unless you have had another circumstance in life where you were just kind of like living day-to-day life and you felt like something happened that could be related to like a portal incident, something like that.
To be honest, on my end, no.
Not even so. You don't believe in like when it comes to the paranormal field with spirits, like how we're talking about mirrors and stuff like that. You don't believe in that like whole theory with the mirrors, where if you face two mirrors together, it can create a portal.
So the belief is the hard part, because when I go into like science mode, when I go into researcher mode, my beliefs mean nothing. I put all that aside. But from the belief standpoint, I have not personally seen anything that has caused me to believe it. But I gotta throw this out there. When it came down to, so mirrors, they're essentially their reflection, and the focus ultimately comes down to light. Spirits, from what we're finding, and again, we could be completely proven wrong, and it's nothing like this, but it seems for our team where they seem to be falling under what's referred to as light energy. And when it comes down to light, I think I have to read up on this again. If I remember, there were like light molecule or light particles, molecules, and what have you, that they go into a mirror, but but they're not reflecting back exactly. It's like a different molecule, but it's like they go in, but they never come back. I don't remember. I'm explaining this in my terms. I would need to go back and look at the videos and read exactly what it says. And maybe I could do that for like, I could bring that up for the next episode, but that could be a variation of a portal. But I wouldn't really call that a portal, because, when I'm thinking of portal, I'm thinking of like something opening up and something walking from this spot, this space a million miles away or something to here.
Yeah.
And vice versa. But again, ghosts may not be what we think they are. Our portals what we think they are. Like, we have these concepts, but since we don't really fully understand the concept, we try to put a logical explanation to it. to the best of our abilities, because
Yeah.
our minds are trained that to want to understand. And when you have missing gaps, we have a tendency to fill in those gaps, and we fill in those gaps with things that we believe are logical. It's actually funny because, and the thing I'm bringing up is something that we got from my training when I was in lieutenant in security. Um, there was we tend to create our own stories. So, and I found that very interesting because, and I started finding myself catching myself doing this, where you know how like you get to an assumptions, there's an assumption like this action happened, this person did that, this person went quiet or something like that. So you put two plus two together. This
Hey,
person is mad at this or something like that, right?
yeah, you just make assumptions. Yeah.
Well, the assumptions are your stories, and you put those stories into place. Those stories become facts to you because they make sense now. Your brain has now made sense of the situation, and now you go from it being an assumption to you that this must be real now.
Yeah,
So,
your mic is coming through a little weird. I don't know if it's because of my headset. It just started coming through.
oh, I don't know.
Okay, it's a little bit better now. But I don't know what that was. But yeah, I
Okay.
get what you're saying though. I think no, your brain definitely does assume stuff like it'll make up something before you know the actual facts, just to try to make it make sense. So I get what
Yeah,
you're going at. I do.
yeah, and that's where it's kind of it goes back to
Yeah.
that whole do is it really we're putting that explanation in, but are portals what we think they are? And somebody, I forgot who, there was somebody in the comments section that um that brought up a very 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 good point, saying, are portals, something else. I think they said it was like might have been wormhole or something else.
I think I think so. I think a lot of times another thing that happens with people a lot when it comes to portals and things like that is a lot of people will relate a lot of what they know when it comes to sci-fi things or paranormal related things to movies. So like when it comes to like portals, like a lot of people will imagine a portal the way they would see it in a movie or say a video game, right?
Yeah,
Especially nowadays because there is so much of that out there, and like the tech has gotten better, so it is out there, and like that's what people envision what it is. But I think, and it's hard to imagine, but like portals could be entirely different than how you would see it, and maybe you can't even see them at times. You can't even see them, and that's when it comes to like the paranormal field with like the spirits and stuff like that, where like some people will say there's portal in this area, and that's why spirits are coming through. Psychic mediums will claim that, or whatnot, or someone who's sensitive will claim that. Not everyone can see that, or some people can't see it at all,
mhm,
and some people can just sense it and not even actually visually see it. And there's some that claim they can visually even see it, right?
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
what are they visually seeing then? Like, are they visually seeing this concept of a portal that they are vividly imagining from their mind, and they just think that's what they're seeing, and it's almost just like a hyper form of their imagination projecting, and they're just kind of like, and they get this feeling right now in that moment. They have this feeling, and they're relating that feeling to it being something spiritual, but they're just feeling good in that moment, and it's not even actually anything paranormal related. It's like I think there's I'm not gonna like say any names and stuff, but there's a lot of people out there nowadays when it comes to um, all the spirituality stuff, like paranormal and everything and energies, and there's just a lot of misguided and misguided people. They just don't fully understand what they're doing, and a lot of people will just claim they're like, oh, psychic right off the bat or this and that. They have no idea like what they're talking about, but they just basically think they do.
Yeah.
Essentially, just so some people just think they just know, and then they're just connected like that. And I feel like not everybody's always connected like that. I feel like some people they do it for the attention reasons, and then some people they do it for whatever to feel special. But then there's some people that are just like, it's a mix. It's just like a lot of people want to be connected to that, and I feel like everybody is
Mhm.
capable. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying like people aren't, or like, oh, you're not psychic. Like, I'm not saying that like everyone's capable of getting there. I just feel like
Yeah.
some people aren't fully there, and they claim they are. Like, and it happens a lot. I think, like, way more often nowadays than ever before, because
like
of like things like TikTok and all this stuff and all these different social media platforms. They're just pushing all this out, and people they'll hear it and they just instantly want to be like that, and they just kind of assume that they could just kind of jump right to it, like
Yeah.
like they can just go right into that, and they're like, oh yeah, like, you know, like I seen this thing as a kid, like, and like I've always been psychic, like I'm like there, like, and then just kind of absorb any information they hear, and they just think they know it
Yeah.
right away, like how to do it all right away, like, and it's just not like that. It's something you have to build upon. These are like skills almost. Like, people don't realize, like, you really have to like work at it, like how you would go to a gym, for instance, and work out, right? It's like a muscle to work out. Like, you really have to like build upon these things, like, over time,
So
to get better at it. It really is. Like, I'm not sitting here saying I'm the most sensitive, like, psychic person in the world. I'm not claiming that at all. I have a lot to learn, and I'll admit that. Like, you know, like I'm a sensitive person, and I would claim that at times, yes, I have like messages and things that come through, but I know for a fact that I am definitely not the most powerful psychic out there.
Yeah.
Like, like nowhere near. Like, but I am somewhat connected there, like somewhat, and I would say somewhat because I still got a lot to learn. I'm just saying, like, people got to take their time when it comes to these things.
Yeah, there's there's a really interesting comment here. There's a few comments that have been coming through about the portals and such. That and this just caught my attention. And actually, this kind of posed a question, Zach, that I think might be very interesting. And I think we should bring up the spirit camera.
Okay, yeah, ask the spirits
and ask about them.
Okay,
yeah. I'm sure they might be sitting in the background going, "Bring us up already." So energy can be converted from one form to another, but it can't be created or destroyed. Spirit is energy, right? So how could this apply to a portal with spirits coming and going through it? Here's an interesting question I would like to pose. That sort of piggybacks off that. Can spirits come together? Since spirit is essentially vibration, we're talking energy, right? Can spirits create? Can spirits become portals?
Hey, I mean, some of them might be able to be conduits for that. I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it. I mean,
yeah,
so, well,
that would be weird.
Well, so, okay, I'll tell you some stuff that's happened here at Wildwood Sanitarium, and you've even experienced this. You know, the spirits here at Wildwood Sanitarium have connected people with their past loved ones. That's happened many times.
Yes.
Is that almost like the doctors, like Dr. Henderson or Perry or whoever other spirit, are they almost like welcoming them through a portal, or is that them using their energy to bring these people there, like using themselves as the portal to, or are they just basically like summoning them with their energy, or what? Like, how are they doing it? How exactly are they doing that? Right? How are they connecting with them?
Oh, you know
right?
what?
Are they like, you know, there might be a few different ways even.
You brought up a good point. Yeah, no, you know what? You just jogged my memory. The path to communication with Katie when we had Katie Peak. Perfect example. There was a spirit that came over our spirit box and said she wants her family, and I posed the question in there, going, wait a minute, are the spirits of Wildwood, they're known for finding, making contact lost loved ones, or lost loved ones come through. Are they about to do it? Are the spirits of Wildwood about to do it again? And, but how are they doing it? Like, that doesn't mean that the relative is right there.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, how are they exactly doing that if the spirit isn't in the room with that person? And at times, it almost seems like that spirit always isn't with them. Like, you know, it could be that spirit could be anywhere else. Because, like, if this has happened multiple times, I find it hard to believe that the spirit of that person's loved one has been there every single time at Wildwood with them. You know, there's no way. Like, it just doesn't connect, because it's happened so many times. You know, it's happened so many times. More times we can count here. More times we can count. And it's definitely interesting. Like, they're going to grab these other spirits somehow. right? They're either teleporting to them. Well, it's like maybe even like how, remember I was talking about astral projection and everything, and it's almost like you think about it and you're pretty much just there. Like maybe that's pretty much what that is. It's like they think about them and then find them and hey, say, hey, that let's go over to where I was sanitarium. Like, you know, they talk to whatever. I want you to come. We can come talk to so and so. You know, your brother or sister or whatever. You know, we can go talk to them. They're over at where I was sanitarium right now. That's my building. Let's go over there. We have ways to communicate. Let's go talk over. Let's go. You know, like almost like that. But probably in a different way. But probably in a different way than that. Like, yo, what's up? Yo, come through. Like,
I think we just found. I think we just found a rabbit hole. We're gonna end up
no, seriously. Like, yeah, I think we close up. Yo, I got the whip. Let's go while I was sanitarium.
Let's bring in the spirits. Spirits, are you eager to say anything to us about this rabbit hole we just went down? Can you tell us, are there such things as portals as we know it?
Is that people? Is that what it said?
Are there such things as portals, like opening, like essentially doorways between different areas?
Yeah, that's true, Haley. We were talking about that too. How they're not confined to time like the way we are. It does seem that way.
Yeah.
Like how it's not linear the same way it is for us. How she was saying essentially we talked about that, you know, quite a few times too. You know, like time, how it works. They definitely it works differently in there for sure.
Yeah, definitely. What about spirits being like access to different things? I mean, like spirits of Wildwood, what do you think about that? Is that something that can spirits transport other spirits? She's very talkative right now.
I imagine they probably could.
We got to go back and check what was said during this time period.
But at the same time, though, so how, as a living person, you can kind of put up your spiritual barriers with energy, right?
Yeah.
And kind of block different energies, like spiritual energies. It's probably the same way for them with other spirits in that form. So if a spirit didn't want to be connected with or didn't want to be moved willingly, would they be able to move that spirit to us to communicate?
Yeah.
Like if they didn't want to, right? Like probably not. So it probably happens at times. You know, I imagine like unless they, or maybe even works like if one's more energetically powerful, maybe they can forcefully move them. I mean, like at times.
Well, and remember, I mean, I posed the one question of spirits being able to possess other spirits or take over their consciousness, like how there's the supposed possession of living beings. Can a spirit possess the consciousness of another spirit, so to speak?
I feel like if they had the permissions, right?
I don't know if permission is really needed.
Well, the permission or like energetic permission, I should say. Like, you know, like if the one's energy is like reflecting and like reflecting the other one's off and not letting them, and they're like equal energy, but if one was powerful, I guess that could. That's
what I was thinking.
More powerful than the other, then maybe it could overpower that. Like how you said possession. Like maybe that's
well, you get the spirit. You got spirits that are afraid of other spirits. Why are they afraid of other spirits if they can't be hurt?
That is true, and I've witnessed that many times.
Yeah,
for sure.
I had a case where that happened.
Yeah, yeah. Me and Brooke have had a really weird experience here at Wildwood, but then we've had a few other really strange experiences even happen where we've had someone come here that some the spirits were very afraid of whatever came with them.
Yeah.
I've actually witnessed that more than once, but the one time in particular with Brooke was really weird. Like that was really strange. On
Yeah.
a public ghost sign, it was really weird. But
So to the spirits, we're going to get ready to do an investigation momentarily. We got some things that we want to, of course, find out. And if you want to also help with the interaction for our chat, we'll bring the chat up onto the screen. And again, for those who are watching this, if you want to join in on the investigation, maybe for like 5-10 minutes on video, you want to talk to the spirits directly, or you have ideas or anything like that. Again, the links will be in the chat to join, to do a call in for that. We are past the story and topic portion of the call-ins, so we're going to be getting ready for the investigation. But we have one more meme I that we have to share.
okay.
Very, very important. Zach, you are once again the victim of this. And I think this is from Tom, if I'm not mistaken. So not only do you do you have all these transformations, right?
Yeah.
Well, this is a very cheesy transformation and maybe kind of nerdy, conspiracy wise. Oh, let's look at this. You are a cheese ball head with wearing a tinfoil hat.
What's that tinfoil hat? I need it for protection.
Yeah, well, you know what? I think you're a little late on the protection, Zach. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm trying to do a cheese ball. Let me put the
yeah, apparently. Hey, you're the one that you got abducted and became the queen of the gray aliens or whatever rapper. But like,
that's true. I will never look at it. You know what? I'm sorry. I am proud. Okay, I am proud. I have a palace. I feel fantastic. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
And the spirits are looking, going, what is wrong with this guy? It's just like, listen, if you had a palace too, I have teleportation systems. Okay. Teleportation systems that allows me to go from my palace to extraterrestrial Walmart. It's fantastic. And the food there, phenomenal. Like, it's the greatest thing ever. I mean, these might be fake, but
hey, they're real at heart, right?
oh, Tom's here. Hang on, Tom is here. Yes, from last week's stream. That's a reference to the that's a reference to this beauty right here. Oh, that is so fantastic. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Nice.
So last couple things before we go into it. Yeah.
Smooth.
So Katie, so here's what I have really thought about, because going into some places, I often wondered if you came across a spirit that has in life suffered through schizophrenia. How would you know it's them?
Yeah. That's a good point.
How does that? I mean, honestly, how does that impact their consciousness? Like, what that could go into a whole that could be another whole rabbit hole. Could a portal be like remote viewing? Some people can do this. It's like spying, watching people, places, or things. Maybe spirit can watch us from a portal. I know I'm stretching it out. You know what? No, Cheryl. This is what researchers do. We ask questions. We push the boundaries. We think outside the box. You never know. You could be there are points where we stretch things, but then you know what? Sometimes that stretching it leads us into a category that we never thought about, or another thought process. So no, what you and everybody else is doing, keep asking questions.
Yeah.
And yes, there are some things that scientists have already came out with that are fact and stuff like that. So we have to go back and verify whether scientists have determined it or not. But at the same time, remember too, what was considered fact 50 years ago or 100 years ago in the science community, some of it's not fact now. Some of it, scientists came through, was like, well, they were partially right, but they missed this. And then that
Yeah.
became the new fact. Who knows, 100, 200, 300 years down the road, the facts that we have
Things
now.
change. Yeah, things change over time. Right. Yeah,
Exactly.
get what we're saying. Yeah, they change. Yeah,
Yeah.
for
So
sure.
no, I love the questions, Cheryl. I love the questions. I
Well,
love everybody. You guys all do a phenomenal job. Keep on throwing it out there, ideas and such, because this helps all of us for the investigation and research that we do.
yeah. Well, another thing too with the whole schizophrenia comment there, everything as well.
Mhm.
And spirituality, schizophrenia, like so there's like a very thin line between that and being sensitive or like being a psychic medium, or receiving messages essentially. Like apparently a lot of times, a lot of people that are deemed schizophrenic actually have basically abilities for the other side, like they're connected like that. Or
Yeah.
at times, I mean, at times some people, I feel like, it is just a lot of their imagination, but at times it definitely has seemed to be made connections that way, that these people are receiving, they're just like literally just spirits trying to communicate, use them as a vessel, talk through them, and they're hearing these voices in their head or like outside, or even like audibly. It's called clairaudient, that would be called. It's like they're hearing it, or seeing, even
Yeah.
seeing this and stuff like it, like or there's a whole bunch of different forms of it, right? And yeah, at times, like, so what if a spirit has that? Yeah, okay, that would be definitely mentally a person that was probably mentally ill in life, right? That was damaged that way, or maybe they just didn't understand, or they're still trying to understand like the kind of these that they have, and still trying to learn, and they're just kind of behind other spirits. Like they
Yeah.
could, it could be that, or like how we talked about before too, with like some earthbound spirits, how they don't even know they're dead too. And at times it could probably be cases like that with when it comes to things like, yeah, there's a whole bunch of things we go through with it, but we should probably get back into like starting up the live investigation now. So I can head upstairs and get that. I just wanted to throw my thoughts real quick about that. I just had a little thing I want to talk about with that. Mainly just about the whole psychic medium thing connection with the schizophrenia, because I just think that's super interesting.
Yeah, and just to throw this, just before you walk away, from Tom, with schizophrenia, are the personalities trapped within the vessel and released upon passing, or does all the energy have to be depleted and absorbed back into the universe, or are they bound forever? Again, these are just
So it's hard to say. I'm one
yeah,
of the same thing. That's a good question though. I'm one of the same thing. I feel like they probably might still have a connection with them. Maybe a lot of those spirits are trying to communicate with that person, have some kind of connection with that person, or they some kind of attachment with that person. Particular, like in particular, they like that person for whatever reason, or they just like using him as like a conduit, or they're trying to siphon energy off of him, maybe, or so. Like there could be many different things happening, right?
Mhm. So it is 9:23. Again, here's the link. I'm posting it in the chat right now. If you would like to call in for this investigation part, we're going to do investigation for probably about maybe 30 minutes or so, give or take. And then we'll get ready to wrap up. And again, this Friday, we're going to have a special broadcast at 8 p.m., which will be a dedication celebration of my brother Jeremy's birthday, his life. And there will also be an announcement exactly what Project Healing is. So, Zach, if you want to go get set up, and I'll bring the chat up. And again, for those who want to call in, you could call in or ask questions, or if there's ideas that you have in the chat.
All right. Well, I'm gonna head up there. I'll grab the phone.
Yep. I'm going to bring that up, so we'll be ready once you get here.
Yeah.
So it is that time, folks. we're going to go ahead. We're going to get our investigation up and running here. And again, if you have any questions, anything that you want to pose to us or pose to the spirits of Wildwood, let's go ahead. Let's see what answers we could potentially get tonight. And here's a kicker too. In a future Paracluse show, probably maybe within episode, I'm considering episode 10, we may have more of a summary episode where we combine everything and see all the clues that we've all collected together, and discuss those clues and determine what direction we need to all head next in our future episodes. We're all working together on this. So this isn't just about Zach and I having a conversation, but everything for all the callers that have called in, the different things that you guys have brought up, and then what the evidence we've been getting from the spirits. We're going to take those clues and we're going to put those clues together and see what we get. I was going to say, did we lose Zach?
Yeah.
Oh, there he is. Okay. I was like, did you teleport? Are you becoming the queen of
I had to go to the bathroom.
Okay, got it. All right. Well, I'll let you start the investigation, Zach. I've got to go back to leading.
Okay.
Bye.
All right, I'll figure out where I'm gonna go here. I think I'm gonna probably go in the doll room, maybe. It's pretty cold up here. All the dolls. Let's move some of the stuff here, guys.
Oh, hi again.
Hello. They kick you out already? Hold on a second here. I'm just setting stuff up. See if we can get some stuff happening here, guys. I got a few few different things here. Pretty much the same stuff as usual. Got like the crystal pod and the static pad there, flashlight. I don't know if that's me setting that off. Whatever. Fix that. Fix that on there. All right. Is that a camera? Is that what they just said on there?
I
Alright,
thought I heard somebody say "Hey," and then a kid say "I found you."
Oh, okay. Who is it that found me? Who's in here? Who's touching the crystal pod there? Something in this year, I heard. Could you step away from that? The crystal pod? There's just radio. Could you please step away from the crystal pod there? Can you hear the fan from the heater in the shot? You probably can. Turn it off. I'm
I
gonna
don't-
turn off the.
I don't personally hear it, Zach.
Oh, you don't? Okay. Okay. Thanks for walking away from that. The crystal pod. Is it Anna or Tommy in the room with us? John said he heard a little kid say that they found me. Could we get anybody to come through and tell us who they are? Whoever's setting off that crystal pod and who talked a minute ago. I just want to talk about it because, like, honestly, like, I wasn't gonna talk about it, and I was gonna talk about it with John after the stream, but I was downstairs, and about like 20 minutes into the stream, someone like drove by the house, and they're like taking pictures and stuff, and like they were like, it almost looked like they were like looking at me like through the window. It's kind of weird. Kind of was like, okay, like, all right. So kind of weird to do that at this time of night too. Just kind of strange.
Uh, yeah, I definitely would have to say so.
Yeah, that's why I kind of like was like spacey for a minute because I was just like kept thinking about it because it was just really like weird because they were out there for like 5 minutes. So it's like just yeah, it was pretty weird.
Yeah, see that happen a lot with the Hinsdale house. Funny part with the Hinsdale. The first time I ever went to the Hinsdale house, not realizing how famous it was, there were so many people that pulled up in the middle of the night to take pictures. I was getting so annoyed because I was hosting an event that I literally every time somebody pulled up and they were taking picture or went to go take pictures, I purposely stepped out. So any pictures they took, I would stay out
Yeah.
there.
I know a lot of people do that with this place here, but it just kind of like was unnerving, especially because like we were like live streaming and everything, and it just was like kind of like weird how they like pulled up to that window, not even like to like the front. It was like the side of the house,
Oh, that's
like the
weird.
front of the house. That's what I mean. Like it was not like because you know where I sit and everything. Like I could see them like right out the window there, like at the side of the house. It was kind of weird, but hey, it was probably someone. I'd like to hope it was just someone checking out the house and not any other kind of weird intent. But
You know,
like, my
you know,
mind wanders though. My mind being an overthinker and stuff like that. My mind goes to like a million different things. So
yeah,
I started to feel like uneasy because of
yeah,
it.
yeah. Well,
Especially
if I
being like the only one here and stuff. It was like just like I was like.
Yeah. If I was there, I would have literally stood up and just stared like Halloween style out the window at them.
Ayla, you're
Like what?
probably right though. They're probably like, "Who is that in there?" Like, is it a ghost? They're probably right. Honestly, that's happened here before. There was this. I had this funny story. The one time I was doing a tour and everything, I gave someone like a history tour around, and we were up on the third floor, and like I had like them with me, and there was these people that drove by, and they did that. They're taking pictures out front, looking, and they stopped out front and looking at the place and everything. And the one girl I was with, she went up to the window, and she just had a blank expression. She just put her hand on the window from like a distance almost like everything just kind of like looked down like looked all creepy and everything and they just started freaking out everything. They started freaking out and like pointing and everything and she's like I deserve to be compensated for that. I think I'm just like, oh my god. It was so funny. So yeah, they basically thought she was a spirit because of that. Huh. I mean, I had pain in my right wrist. I've actually had pain in my right wrist all day. It's funny you
Oh, so
say that in chat.
that
Well,
might
yeah,
be you.
yeah. Well, like moving the pantry and stuff. I hurt my wrist a little bit, then also my back and everything a little bit from doing that. But it's okay though. It was worth it. But that was mostly on me. Mostly on me and me being reckless.
Spirits, what are your thoughts on the
Pushing
on the
myself too hard.
spirits? What are your thoughts on the stuff that we talked about tonight so far? Like, are we on to anything about like portals and the different like vibrations and such? Did you hear what that said? I didn't.
I did not. I heard something though.
I have to go back and check that one.
Yeah.
And what Cheryl said about the right wrist. My outside of Zach's wrist hurting, is there any spirit there that may have had a problem with their right wrist?
I was just saying that because she might have been picking up on me possibly. That's what I'm
Yeah, yeah,
saying.
but I'm curious if there's any
Yeah.
spirits that have that.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I'll give him a minute. Yeah, I got. Well, so I got like the cameras around like too with outside of Wildwood too, like that whole situation I was just talking about with the guy out front there or at the side of the building there. So I've got cameras all around here, you know. Look, the static dome's going off. Someone's touching my
Oh,
static dome there.
oh, there we go.
I wonder if that's in response to what you were asking. I love that they play with that static dome a lot too, because that thing, I guess, a crystal pod activity as well. That static dome, I've taken it to other locations, and it really doesn't go off that often. It's the
Yeah.
same thing with the crystal pod too. They really just love both of these things. Like I could take these to some other places, and I haven't seen them go off. Especially the crystal pod. That crystal pod, I tell you guys all the time how difficult that thing is actually really to set off. The creator of it, Lauren, and everything, she's astounded by how much it goes off every time I show her these videos all the time. She's like she can't believe it, like because it's incredible like how much they set it off. I wonder who's in the room with us right now. And let's go back to the question that John asked about wrist pain. Do any of you have that? Was that in confirmation to what he was asking? And what our viewer asked as well?
Hmm. I'll have to raise up the volume on some of these audio responses.
Oh, can you not hear it that well?
I hear things are coming through, but it's a little low. I can hear things are coming through, but I can
Oh, okay, gotcha.
yeah.
So, spirits, let's talk about portals a little bit because we were talking about that on the podcast. I wanna know, are you able to communicate like when? And you guys have proved this before. So, when you communicate with other spirits of people's deceased loved ones or friends, whoever they may be, do you portal them through here, or do you like how could you explain exactly how you get them here? Like, do you just basically think about it and you're able to get them and it's all instantaneous? Basically, what are your thoughts? I want to hear whatever you want to say about it. Portals in general. Just give me whatever you want to say. I know I'm making my question really long, but just whatever you want to say about portals, let me know. But make it simple. Holy Mary, Mother of God, huh?
Yeah, doing it again. It's well, maybe it's Sunday in their time. I don't know.
So, yeah, maybe.
I mean, hey, if they don't exist, I saw a comment that they're not in time and space. So I mean,
Yeah.
you know, today for them is Sunday. Today for us is Monday. Huh.
Do you have any questions, John? You want to ask?
That's what I was. There was a question that was at the tip of my tongue. Um, I'm interested about the how you connect with the like you don't let's say the lost loved one is not there. Is how do you connect? Like um how do you know who to look for? if we don't show you a picture, a video, or anything of that sort, if they're not there, how do you know who to look for to if you have to go find them?
Hmm.
Okay. All right, here male, and then I heard I and you had the pod going off. Was that a yes? Were you saying that? Uh, well, I think my question was more of a how. I don't. I'm having a massive brain fart for some reason. Watch that be like. Is that agreement? Yes, you're having a brain fart, or
I could try it. Like I could try it. And could my spirit guides bring Henderson through? John Henderson through to answer the question John Griffin's asking.
that's Queen Griffin to you.
John Queen Griffin the second.
Seems like on the spirit box they've gone a bit quiet.
Yeah. The
To
spirit
the to the
boxes,
chat.
I don't know, spirit box, like I love using the spirit boxes, but they're not always able to communicate effectively through them. I feel like
Yeah.
I've gotten some really incredible things through them at times, but then sometimes I'm just like, it's probably not much on anything.
To the chat, chat. Do you have any questions? Is there anything that you would like to ask the spirits in regards to this that you would like to for us to pose to them? And again, here's the link again in the chat if you want to join in. We'll at least take one caller if you want to join in on the investigation for about 10 minutes or so. Or submit your question to the comment section. I'll put it up for Zach.
Mm.
Also, I like dinosaurs too. T-Rexes, velociraptors, mutated frogs.
Word.
It sounds like they've gone quiet here. Do you want to try another location?
Yeah, I can move around. Yeah. Should I head up to? Where do you think?
We want to try a third floor on the left room. By the
Yeah.
I don't
I
think
can
we've been
go
in there. Yeah, let's give it a
Yeah.
shot.
Yeah, I could do that. Bring all the stuff. Grab all the things. Yeah. Hear him? I don't know if you guys heard him on the speaker, but I used to say yeah. Yeah.
What? Yeah, for what?
They just said yeah. I said I'm gonna grab all the things, and they said yeah.
Not 100%, but I get like a female just taking it in, just concerned.
All right. So and go. Yeah. I'm gonna have to turn the heater off in here. Next time someone drives through on the vodcast, I'm just gonna point my webcam at him, and everyone can see him. They can watch them. We we can watch that. It probably really was just someone checking out the place, like, because people do that all the time. It was
Good
just
luck.
kind of odd timing. It was just odd timing.
Good luck on the third floor, Zach.
Thanks. Thank you, Queen John. Hold on, let me turn this off. Probably take it off for now. Turn the fan off. There.
Oh, hi, everybody. It's me, John. Apparently, we lost Zach for a bit. Let me bring him back in.
Oh.
Oh, and there's activity going. Of course, there's activity.
Wait, what happened?
Your connection lost and just brought me back up. And then as soon as I brought you back up, your static thing was going.
Yeah, I seen the sec that had it going off and everything, but I didn't
Yeah.
know what happened for a second. It, like, kicked me out for a second. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Bye.
Interesting. Okay then. So who was that? Like, what was that about? And why do you guys keep doing that? I keep doing that. You keep kicking me out every time, randomly, as I'm doing these. I'm hearing talking now too. Is that outside? No, that's definitely not outside. There's no one out there. Well, I can see. So, what was that about? Why'd you cut me out of this? Like, why'd you cut me out of the stream? Who was that exactly up here that did that? Actually, that's a better question.
Well, I heard something there.
Do you have our, sorry, I didn't see the comment. Do you have our activity on the stairs in the center area of the house? Yeah, we do. We got an activity pretty much every spot in this building at one point or another.
Where are you reading a comment?
Yeah, I was reading one comment. I don't know how long it was ago. It says one comment on the side there. My screen.
Oh, I completely missed that. Whoops. I'm sorry, Cheryl. Oh, okay.
I don't know. Did you catch anything on the spirit box? Have you heard anything? To me, it just sounds like a bunch of randomness to me. Doesn't sound like any kind of.
I heard a male voice at some point, which we typically get a male in that room when we're there.
Yeah, yeah, Katie. I know. Like, I've gotten a lot of disembodied voices here. That happens. Well, I actually heard one even earlier when I was setting up stuff and everything. The one doll too at the top of the stairs was knocked down too, which is kind of strange when I came here.
Hmm. Activities not
Pretty
too
quiet.
active here too.
Spirits. Did you make any noises anywhere? Let me know you're like up here with me. any kind of noise. If you could even you could tap something, any kind of talking, pretty much anything you're able to do. I'll walk around a little bit here. Just trying to listen. Did hear a slight tap. I don't know if you guys heard that. Was that you playing a noise? A sound?
Oh yeah. There's tapping. There's tapping. There's gonna be heartbeats going.
Heartbeats? Dude, you're freaking me out. I thought that was, I thought that was the sound. I thought they were tapping.
Oh, what is? See, every time I've opened up the door, like I never have them actually not actively walk down the staircase at me. But if I have the door shut and all that, especially when I'm on the second floor, then of course I hear them come down the stairs. Like that staircase creeps me out. Ready?
The staircase is creepy at times. I get what you're saying, so I was just like listening. It got really quiet.
Yeah, it became really quiet now.
Very like eerily quiet. And it was so weird when I first came up here too, because I definitely felt someone up here with me, and then like how my phone went all weird, disconnected me from the live. I don't know why they keep doing that to me too. Like, remember was it last week that happened too?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was last week. Yeah.
Do you want to try like maybe for another 5 minutes or so? Do you want to go to another spot real quick?
Yeah, I wonder if they're deliberately doing that. Did you deliberately kick me out of this live? Did you have something to do with that? Or was it just connection issues? Hmm.
Why don't we do you want to try one like maybe one other area for maybe about 5 minutes? They don't they seem like
Yeah.
they're gone up here.
Yeah, it's really weird. Even the spirit box got really, really, really quiet.
Yeah, no, this is definitely very oddly quiet. Huh.
Spirit box stopped.
Did it die?
Yeah, the radio did.
Okay. Well,
This is weird though. It's so weird though, because I just put in batteries in that. I just put new batteries in it though.
well, have we tested to see how long batteries last in that? Like, is it consistently?
Not long. Not long, but it should last at least this. Not it shouldn't die that fast. It should at least last the investigation.
Yeah.
A few hours, actually, at least of use.
Yeah.
About like 5 hours of use. At least. With those batteries.
Oh, you know what? Let's ask a question because you had a. Oh, that's right. The spirit box is dead. Darn it.
I mean, I can get the I can go get. I have more batteries.
We're 1 hour and 54 minutes in, so
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Let's see if we can get a little bit more going.
So I know we don't have the spirit box going, but I don't know if you ever saw the footage that was posted. Was there a child that was talking that said help? or was there a cat meowing on the first floor? I'm not sure if that footage has been getting passed around, and I was curious if you're familiar with it. Can you set something off if it was a child saying help? If it's a cat meowing, could you set something off? If you think I have a big nose, can you set something off? Honk honk. Shut up! I'm
Yo, I
I'm going away.
can't, bro. No way. No way. No. Yo, that's so funny. Like,
And that's so wrong.
it's totally their sense of humor, man. That's so funny.
Okay. If does this improve it? If this improves, if this does not improve it, make it go off. Thumbnail alert. Nope, that means it looks good. I'm taking that. No, I don't care I don't care if you beep after that. Shut up. Yep. Okay. Bye-bye.
You're roasting you over here, man.
I don't care. I said it doesn't count after this, so no. Nope. Roast me all you want. All right, so I think we're gonna get ready to we're gonna go ahead and start concluding this investigation. Zach, did you want to
All right.
grab everything and
Yeah,
meet you at
I'm
base?
gonna grab everything. Yeah, thank you for communicating, spirits. I'm roasting John. I enjoyed that. That made my night. I appreciate that.
Yes,
I can't wait to clip that later, and I'm dropping things. Hold on.
yes, thank you, spirits. I greatly
I don't know how I'm gonna grab all this stuff. I'm gonna try.
wow.
Hold on a second. This is gonna be a handful.
You know, I did have a spirit. I did have a spirit that actually made fun of a joke that I did not at Wildwood. This was at another place. I said, "Drop the camera," and then pay for it later. And it was a dumb joke, completely dumb joke. And I go back to the recording, and I get a Class A EVP going, "Dumb fart." I'm like, well, I got my first nickname over on the other side.
That's funny. Dumb fart, huh?
Yeah.
Let me turn it back real quick.
Yeah.
Let me turn the fan for this.
All right. Well, we'll see you when you get down there, Zach.
All right. Oh yeah. I'm just turning everything back on. Or turn the fan back on. Turn off all the lights and stuff and everything, and I'll be down there in a second.
Okay. We'll see you then.
All right.
All right, folks. Well, tonight, yeah, I mean, it sounds like we may have had some answers and such. You know, we have to go back and take a look at it as we normally do. Is there points again where you throw out things that you think are in the spirit coming over the spirit box, and then about 50% of the time you're actually wrong when you go back and listen to it. Clearly, we know what they think of my nose. There wasn't any clues that had to be discovered about that. It's a plain fact now. So, yeah. But yeah, we're waiting for Zach to get back down here. This was again, everybody who has participated, thank you so much. And please don't hesitate to call in. You have stories or anything like that. We do want to we want you involved with this, so please don't hesitate to get involved with the show. We love the stories, we love the questions, we love the stuff that your input and such. So please don't hesitate to call in the future. And same with the investigations. So Zach, did you have any final input that you wanted to give?
Yeah, I mean that was really good. I think good stuff, especially the last part was really funny, man. Definitely.
That
That's hilarious, dude.
Yeah,
that was so funny, dude. It was so good. But yeah, like honestly, it was pretty good. I mean, no one called in this time, but that's fine. We still had some really good, great. Yeah, it went pretty good. This week's episode. I felt like like I said, we talked a lot. It went pretty well for sure. And thank you to everybody that was here too. Appreciate you guys asking all your questions, putting your input in there. It's always nice to hear. Yeah, that's pretty much that though. I hope you guys have great holidays. I know all the holidays come on Thanksgiving, all this stuff and everything. I hope you guys have safe and fun holidays with your families. And that's pretty much that, really. Like,
I think you're having some connection. I think you're having some connection problems, Zach. You sound like a robot.
Oh wait.
Yeah.
Oh really? What?
Go ahead and talk.
It looks fine on my end. I look like I am. What? Oh.
Can you hear me? Yeah, yeah, you're coming through pretty bad, Zach.
You can't hear me?
So, barely. You're going in and out.
Hear me now? Oh.
Still
okay. It's fine. You just
yeah,
I guess.
yeah. So
I don't know.
So basically, just again, thank you to everybody who
thank you, Tom. Appreciate you.
So thank you again to everybody. We greatly appreciate it. We greatly appreciate the feedback, the questions. Again, feel free. We're back on regular schedule next Tuesday at 8 p.m. We'll be back with our next episode of Paraclue. Remember, we have a special broadcast this Friday at 8 p.m. In dedication for my brother Jeremy, who's on the other side and is very connected with Wildwood Sanitarium. Other than that, we're gonna thank you all for joining us. It is that time, folks. We will see you all next week. Take care.
See ya.